edition of News Review brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. I am Odunwayo Adelere, and with me in the studio this afternoon,
I'm Rotimi Orilua, son of the prophetess.
Thank you so much for joining me this
Thanks
afternoon.
for having me.
As you all know, this is where we bring news that made it to the top. We discuss the one we feel we should discuss, but it's so good that we will not be the only one talking. You can also drop your own comments in the comment section. And we want to appreciate all our fans out there who are always staying to WY TV to get the latest. And we want to appreciate our sponsor, Nokpa Herbals, the producer of Nokpa Herbal Mixture, Herbal Co, Herbal Tonic, Herbal Bitters, Herbal Energy Flusher, and Herbal Energy Powder. Whichever you need, you can just send a DM or call the number 0701010859. You can as well be a sponsor for this show, or you can bring in your adverts and let's make your products known to the whole world. In the From Punch newspaper this afternoon, I have minimum wage. Federal government warns of mass sacking as labor disowns agreements. 80 billion naira fraud. EFCC accuses colleagues, others of shielding Yaya Bello. National anthem can't unite a nation, Shehu Sani tells Tinubu. Military will continue to protect democracy, Defense Chief. On Vanguard newspaper, we have Labour rejects Tinubu's claim of agreement on minimum wage. Lukman says APC can no longer win elections without rigging. Soludo warns Tinubu against approving unsustainable minimum wage. While on Daily Post newspaper, we have Democracy Day. I didn't fall, it was the ballet, Tinubu explains. At your age, I would want younger ones to respect me, Obi replies, Shoyinka. June 12th, Tinubu has done excellently well, kept campaign promises, Peter Obi. These are the news that made it to the top. So let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we continue from where we stopped. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Herbal Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
Welcome back from that commercial break. That's our sponsor, Nokpa. So without wasting much of our time, minimum wage, federal government warns of mass sacking as labor disowns this agreement. I
have always said we come to this, that if federal government abide with the 250,000 that the labor's group are demanding from the federal government, there is always a shortcoming or always a shortcut to every statement that federal government makes, because they will look for a way to counter that 250,000. If they didn't even come out to say they are warning against mass retrenchment, you know the inflation will still high, because they will make things too difficult and life being unbearable for the masses.
I remember I said something that if at all the federal government is going to endorse that 495,000, 7,000 naira there, he said things will now become extra expensive
in the market.
Twice the amount we are buying right now.
That 400 plus that you are.
They will make sure they drain it out.
They will make sure the money is valueless in your hand at the end of the month. Now they are coming out. They are forgetting that different people have been coming out to advise the so-called government, the so-called Baba Tinubu, the president of the country, that they should try to cut the governance cost.
They can't cost.
Look at what happened in Niger State. The governor, the deputy, the speaker,
and some other
almost 70% of those people that are governing that state went to Arch, left the state abandoned.
My question is it that the governor, the deputy, the speaker have not been to Arch before?
Arch before. Even if they have not been to Arch before.
Why the governor, the deputy, the speaker?
Almost 70% of them left that state ungoverned.
And that state is still there.
The state is still there. And nothing happened. If this happened in the military era, what do you think is going to happen in that state?
The federal government on Wednesday admonished organized labor to consider the broader economic implications of its push for an unrealistic higher national minimum wage. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, who handed down the admonition, hinted that the 250,000 naira minimum wage demanded by labor could undermine the economy, lead to mass retrenchment of workers, and jeopardize the welfare of Nigerians. But when you wanted to sign the 1.7 trillion naira for Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, it was signed without even being passed.
It won't lead to retrenchment of some workers.
Those that are in the...
When they wanted to buy those Song Jeep,
you passed the bill.
It didn't affect the economy of the nation. When they want to sign in into bill, the salary of the new salary of the CGN, it did not affect the economy of the country.
It can't. When it comes to them, everything goes smoothly.
Everything goes well. But when it comes to the
poor masses, those that are actually working 247 round the clock,
that's to show the level of wickedness that our leaders are.
However, the labor unions refuted President Bola Tinubu's claim during his Democracy Day broadcast on Wednesday that an agreement had been reached on the new minimum wage. Acting president of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Prince Adewale Aderoju, you know the president is not around, and we went for a program at outside the country, said as of the time negotiation ended on June 7, no agreement had been reached by the tripartite committee of a national minimum wage. Aderoju is acting on behalf of the NLC President Joe Ajero, who is attending an international labor organization conference in Switzerland. Tinubu drilled the ire of the unions after stating that his administration would soon submit an executive bill to the National Assembly to codify the agreement reached in the minimum wage negotiation between labor, the private sector, the state, and the federal government. The parties had engaged in prolonged talks for weeks, with the unions insisting on 250,000 naira minimum wage, while the federal government and the organized private sectors offered 62,000 naira. If the private sector is offering 62,000 naira, I can choose to work with them. I can choose not to work with them.
It depends on their choice.
It is their private. It is what they can afford. But now, the federal government,
even with the old salary, do you know how many people that have lost their job?
Now you are now.
Do you know how many companies that have left Nigeria, that they fold up, left their workers
and they are still living. However, the state governor said they would not be able to sustain any minimum wage higher than 60,000 naira. Of all the things that has been said about this minimum wage, this 60,000 naira that the governors are saying they cannot pay is the one that has been giving me concern, that has been turning my, has been changing my reasoning to Nigeria on a new page. I
don't know when this country is going to move out from the farm of slavery. Permit me to use that language. I can remember vividly when for one of our fathers wanted to go to get independent. What they said then was to move out from the slavery of all these so-called white people. Now, I don't know the reason why we ourselves has got to the extent of enslaving ourselves in the countries that belongs to every one of us. Why we have the resources? Yes, why we have the resources at least to sustain us. There are other countries there. Niger there, they don't have much resources than what Nigerian has. And they are still moving on, despite the fact that it was military that take over from that country. Now, have you ever seen any of the country citizens coming out to say, okay, this military era is unbearable for them, or let them go back to the military regime? I wonder when our eyes are going to open up in this country, a country where we are in a democracy where you can't come out to express your feelings, where you can't come out to tell the whole world your pains, you can't come out to tell the whole world what is going wrong with the so-called administrative, where you can't express your feelings.
You know how funny
is that really a country?
When President Bola Tinubu came out to give the June 12 speech yesterday, he said something, and I quote him. He said, "This is a country whereby you are free to express yourself. He's not going to stop."
With the kind of protester they were.
He said it's a place whereby you can express yourself. Nobody's going to stop. And he, as a person, is not going to stop. Even if the labor union wants to embark on any protest, that is not going to stop them. But yesterday, there was a protest that went on in Ibadan.
Do you know how many people the police officer arrested?
And some people were being apprehended yesterday while doing what? Showing their concern.
A peaceful protest telling the old Nigerians, telling the whole world the pain that we were going through, and police still went ahead. And this set of police were part of those people that the labor are fighting for. This same set of police that their lives were unbearable for them to live an healthy life, to live. Now tell me, do they have access to good health?
They don't even enjoy themselves. If they have access to good things, I don't think there should be any reason for any police officers to stay on the road and be collecting the money.
Yes.
So everybody is in it together. They just choose to be on that side that they are, not wanting the poor masses to express what they actually feel in their heart, which is not supposed to be. 80 billion naira fraud. EFCC accuses colleagues, others, of shielding Yaya Bello. You see this Yaya Bello's case, I don't know where to start from, I don't know where to end it.
Where do we start from?
For the past month now.
Yaya Bello has not been on the road. But they can go to a nightclub in Nakure where people were having their bachelor's eve. Together with the bride to be, everybody was arrested, molested in a country where we have law, that are guiding the citizen, guiding everybody living in the country. You see, this security personnel, this EFCC, they want to turn themselves to the what their act and their behavior was really like the one of the SARS then. You see.
It will get to a stage that even those youths will no longer be able to hold it again. There was a time whereby the SARS can just come and oppress you anyhow. But nobody knew where the revolution came. Should I call it revolution, or where the gathering came from? Nobody knew where it came from. We just knew it started.
It's going to start very soon. You remember the words of that Reverend, I think, Kano, that said, Nigeria, we are all sitting on a time bomb, a tech that is containing a gunpowder that it can escalate. That you see, a time will come that people will say, okay, enough is enough. You will kill who you are going to kill, the rest will still continue.
One thing I'm so sure about is they can't kill everybody.
They can't kill everybody.
The only thing that can make them kill everybody when they come out for that kind of protest is probably there's an explosive that was being thrown. And even while you throw explosives, some people will still survive.
Exactly.
And those that are actually the survivor of that kind of thing are always coming out with full force to come out and
you see, what really amazed me was that, what baffled me was that the president came out this, I think yesterday, that when he fell down yesterday, that it was on social media, that he saw it all over social media.
We are going to get there. We are going to get there. It's something that was worth discussing. The body of the news says the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on Wednesday said ex-Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello, who is accused of 80.2 billion naira fraud, had ridiculed the Nigerian justice system by failing to present himself for trial in court. The EFCC Acting Zonal Director, Benin Zonal Command, Mr. Efa Okim, stated this during a familiarization visit to the Delta State Council of the Nigeria Union of Journalists in Asaba, Delta State capital. The EFCC is having a running legal battle with Bello over alleged 80.2 billion naira fraud, following a failed attempt to arrest him and his repeated absence from court for his arraignment. The EFCC declared Bello wanted, while the Nigeria Immigration also placed the governor on a watch list. When asked on Wednesday why the EFCC had yet to arrest Bello weeks after he was declared wanted, and Irate Okim claimed that the ex-governor was being shielded by the system. This is the last question I expected, because the shame is on all of you.
The EFCC person, including the Nigerian government.
Is that a question I should answer alone? It is not me, it is the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The EFCC's donor director said that politically exposed Yaya Bello, whose crime has been traced to him by allegations and has been invited by EFCC to come and explain. And for months, he's acting drama, and we are all here wanting to ask questions.
You can go out to the grassroots.
Is our shame. I know the fact that this man accepted that the shame is their shame.
To go and molest any other person you see out there at the street. You see, in Nigeria, when you say we have a law, we don't have a law in Nigeria. The only law that we have in Nigeria is for the poor, not for the rich people. Because they believe some set of people consider themselves untouchable.
So look at
what happened in
let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stopped. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
Gave me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero like Nokpa.
After Nokpa.
It is always Nokpa.
Nokpa for management of power.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break. So before we went on,
that's what I was saying. Look at what happened to we look at what happened in the United States of America. Joe Biden's son was found guilty, was charged guilty
doing drugs
and firearms in his possession, and he could face 25 years time in imprisonment.
If
Can that happen in the history of Africa, in the history of Nigeria?
You know where
that the president's son, the sitting president's son, will go to court to go and face some charges.
You know where I know Nigeria is. You can't compare Nigeria with other country. We have the Donald Trump case.
Exactly.
After everything, after going through and through, back and forth, he was later found guilty and he was sentenced.
Yes.
It cannot have, we still have a past president that is supposed to be brought to book.
To book.
Based on the Naira note.
The man said it in a statement that nobody should come after him.
And nobody's actually going after him.
That anybody that come after him is ready to face his wrath, and nobody went after him.
You, EFC cannot come out to tell me they don't know where Yaya Bello is. Yaya Bello, we all know where he is, but to go after him, they summed it up. They said some forces are behind him. So who are the forces behind the Ayabelo? That are beyond
that believe they are greater than the law of the land. That they believe they are greater than the constitution of Nigeria. That nobody can arrest him. But this same set of government people, this same set of people can go after Sunday Igboho, the man that was agitating for
Yoruba. Can go after Nnamdi Kanu. Fighting for Biafra. I am not saying those people that he went after, they actually did something that is right. But for the fact that one person can be used as an example, that means everybody is equal when it comes to the law. But now, one person, my question, I still want to ask this question, and I'm putting it to ESCC. When you went ahead to arrest Yaya Bello the other time, the person that actually covered him up, that is the sitting governor.
Governor, yes.
What was done to the governor?
To the sitting governor, was he called by the so-called president? Was he called by the CGN?
No, that is Abeti.
No, at the end of the day, they will tell you that he's still enjoying immunity. That is why he's not
working. Yaya Bello is still out there working freely. He's not supposed to be. Democracy Day, I didn't fall. It was Dobale. Tinubu explains.
Yes, it was really Dobale, according to what the president said. You know, anybody can make a mistake, and everybody can fall at any time. Because what happened yesterday was just a mistake by stepping on his agbada. But for him to have come out that to say, I didn't fall, that I Dobale, that is a Yoruba cultured man, that he respect the fallen hero.
You know one thing why I respect this man a lot. Would you ask me why?
Why?
I love the fact that for everything happened to him, there is always something to correlate to
cover it up. Okay, well, I want to chip in. The other time you said that we are still coming back. There was done. The president came out to say, I didn't fall like Dobale, because he saw it all on social media.
So,
people were making just
I am still coming to that statement as well.
Now, you saw it on social media, but you don't see it on social media.
The suffering of the masses.
The suffering of the masses. That is to show the level of wickedness the leader we have in the country. So
there was a day we had this kind
of he believes that the protest of the hunger protest was being staged by the opposition party.
You said something one time, and you said you want to assume he did not see the suffering of the poor masses. And I was saying it the other day, I said, they check it. They just don't take cognizance of, they don't put their whole attention to it. When they shout today, come tomorrow, they would have forgotten, what happened. Now, for a president, when he was doing his campaign, he said he does not do social media anymore. Because it's about to give him hypertension.
That is a no-going area for him.
So for you to have for you to have Dobale mistakenly yesterday, which later acknowledged that you Dobale for the fallen hero, and you saw it on social media, definitely you see what the poor masses are actually going through. You just chose to look away for what they are going through. President Bola Tinubu has said that what he did at Eagle Square on Wednesday while celebrating the 2024 Democracy Day was Dobale. And again, I would have agreed it was Dobale if the aides did not run after him.
Yes, yes.
I would have agreed.
It was true. No,
because
no.
If
it might not inform the aid that is going to Dobale. So yeah, maybe it has informed the maid. The maid would have, okay, let me say his aid, sorry, I'm sorry to abuse that language. His aid would have guided him on how to Dobale.
I am sorry.
So it wouldn't be...
Tinubu is not a 10-year-old man. He's not a 20-year-old, but he's above the age that I can say, no, this person does not know the right from the left. In the constitution of Nigeria, in the history of Nigeria, I have never seen when somebody Dobale in that kind of manner.
No, it may start from his own
okay, so
regime.
You already gave us another.
You know, there's a bill that is going on in the Senate House now that a single term for president should be 6 years, should be extended to 6 years. So it may start from his own tenor.
Dobale is a Yoruba term for prostration. Tinubu said he did not slip and stumble to the ground, as many might have interpreted it, but did what every traditional Yoruba boy would do on such occasion, Dobale. Cameras captured President Tinubu stumbling as he climbed the parade vehicle during the June 12th celebration at Eagle Square in Abuja on Wednesday. And the president, who spoke about the incident during the democracy dinner night at the presidential villa, said, early this morning, the way he said it, and I quote, I had a swagger and it's on all social media. They are confused whether I was doing buga or babariga. But it is day to celebrate democracy. Why doing Dobale on the day? I am a traditionally Yoruba boy. I did my Dobale. So those are the words of Tinubu at the democracy banquet that was held at Abuja Villa.
Okay, well, Baba, we want to say to the whole Nigerian that your Dobale for the democracy day is well accepted.
We accept it. Daily Post report that among prominent Nigerians who have reacted to the incident, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in 2023 general election, Peter Obi, said that it's natural for any man, no matter how strong or feeble, to sleep at one point or another. Before he actually said this, he actually described the fall as an unfortunate fall.
Oh, yes.
Same as Atiku Abubakar.
Yes.
When the fall started circulating, when Atiku came out, I was on the watch out for what Peter Obi was going to say. And so true to what it did not actually fall my hand.
Yes.
I saw his write-up. And he still came out to say, so far so good. Tinubu has done excellently well because everything that was on his campaign list has been done by him.
Because people...
So he fulfilled everything that was on his campaign list.
Because people did not listen very well to his campaign
list. Yes, now we were so eager of Emilio Con. Let's give it to Yoruba man.
Because he said, I'm going to bring the inflation high.
He said it now.
People didn't go through it. Not until when he was appointed, when the thing started escalating, then people went back to his campaign promises to say, oh, he said it. Oh.
So to our president, who didn't sleep, neither did he fall yesterday, he said he Dobale for the fallen heroes, the likes of MKO Abiola, Kudirat Abiola, all those fallen heroes that are gone. He said he Dobale for them as a Yoruba, traditional Yoruba boy. So for as many that are going out to circulate that the president fell, he did not fall, he Dobale. Thank you for joining us on the show today. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our X account, on our TikTok, on our Instagram. You can also join our WhatsApp community. You can send your message and you'll be added to the WhatsApp community. So we'll come again on your screen. Want to say a very big thank you to our sponsor, Nokpa Abos, and our CEO in person of praise, Dr. Noah Adeleke Oshi. Thank you, Ambassador Rilu Arotimi, for joining me. So we'll come again, be good and be fine. Bye for now.